Alright, before we get into anything else about this movie, has anybody seen Mayhem with Stephen Yeun and Samara Weaving? It is bonkers. In this movie with Samara Weaving in it reminded me of so much of it, and it's just she's great in this movie. So let's get into it. Ready or Not is the new movie release this weekend, and it is a lot of fun, mainly because of Samara Weaving's incredible performance. I would recommend, if you enjoy this movie, like I'm sure a lot of you guys will see it, I highly recommend it. If you guys enjoy this movie, go back and watch Mayhem. It's a very small movie. Stephen Yeun was in it, straight off of The Walking Dead, and it is a bonkers, really fun horror comedy. It's fun, but we're here to talk about Ready or Not, which is the latest horror film out this year, and I've been saying it for the past few weeks. This has been a good year for horror movies, and this one is no exception. Just as the title suggests, this movie is a hide-and-seek horror movie where this woman is married to her husband, and little did she know that her family has this weird tradition where they would play a game, and if the game is hide and seek, then the family has to hunt her down and kill her before sunrise. That is the basic premise of this movie, and if you've seen the trailer, you're probably already hooked, but if you haven't seen the trailer, don't. Go into this movie not knowing much. Go into it, have fun. It is a horror comedy. There is a lot of good humor in this movie, which I want to hit on first. Like, I know a lot of people might think it's just straight up horror, but it definitely has that tone that the trailer had. So it keeps that fun and just enjoyable tone throughout. This is a very enjoyable horror movie. I don't think it's necessarily great. I think there's a few things holding it back from being a great movie, but I did really enjoy it. I recommend any horror fans and any just horror comedy fans in general to see this movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and the main thing that just brings this movie to a whole new level is the performance by Samara Weaving. And yes, I'm going to rave more about Samara Weaving because she is just phenomenal in this movie. And let me just say, her scream is one of the best, like, on-screen screams I've ever heard. Like, Meryl Streep has some great screams in Big Little Lies, but she's got nothing on Samara Weaving in this movie. It is fantastic. Like, her performance is just so like, raw, and she is such a badass, and she's so fun to watch on screen. You just want to root for her, want her to get through the night so bad, and she is a fantastic lead for this movie, and I really hope she gets more work off of this one. And I think this movie does a pretty good job with suspense. It is hide and seek, so there's a lot of scenes where, she's hiding in the corner, people are looking for her, and it's not too much of that. The beginning of it, probably the first half of it, is very much a lot like that, but it really has fun. There's a lot of different stuff, and there's a lot of scenes where the family is just sitting around talking. And that's where most of the humor comes from. Just like the crazy situation that these people feel like they have this curse on them, that they have to get rid of her before sunrise or something bad is going to happen. And nobody's really sure if the curse is real or not because they've never really failed. So the movie has a lot of fun with this concept, which I think is the best part of this movie. The concept and Samara Weaving's performance, of course, are the best parts of this movie. Where it comes to the negatives, I don't have too many negatives. Besides, I don't think I was as surprised or as enthralled throughout the entire movie as I thought I was going to be after watching that trailer. I think my expectations were a little bit too high for this movie, which, that's on me. I think if you guys go in there like expecting a fun, enjoyable movie, I think you'll really end up walking out of there loving it. And like I said, if you haven't seen the trailer, don't go ahead and watch it now. Go into this movie straightforward blind because the trailer does show a little bit too much of the funny moments in this movie. The funniest moments is definitely not in the trailer, so don't worry about that. But I do wish I kind of just lowered my expectations and didn't know as much going in as I did. I think what I've given you so far in this review is enough to suffice. If that premise sells you on the movie, go see it. If my review sells you on the movie, go see it. Don't watch the trailer. Even though the trailer plays before almost every single movie, just go into it, have fun with it. And the ending of this movie is excellent. I think that's what pushed this movie from probably like around, I don't usually give a number to a movie, but I think my best way to describe this one is it brought it from like a 7 to like a 7.5, 7.8 range. Like the ending really made it for me. The ending is fantastic. Definitely go check out this movie. It has a lot of fun twists and turns throughout. A lot of good character stuff. I think the husband has a really great character arc in this movie. It's like, especially with his brother. Like there's a really good family, like familial relationship amongst this crazy weird family where the husband is kind of separate from the family. He doesn't want anything to do with it because he thinks they're crazy, and they are crazy. So thanks guys for watching this video. I also just uploaded a video about the whole Spider-Man Sony Disney fiasco that's going on right now. I uploaded that last night, so go check out that video if you have not already. I will link it up in the cards or in the end card or whatever. You'll find it somewhere. Check out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this and reviews, and I hope to see you all in my next one.